I've already resized some of the windows here, but I wanted to show you the process so you can see how to do it yourself. You're going to set the size that you want the window first. The best way to do that is to take your measuring tool. Remember, you want to pull a guideline, so you're going to click in the middle of the top surface of the window, pull across. In this case, my window is going to be 3 feet, so I'm going to type in 3 feet. And I'm also going to pull a guideline just so I know where that is going to intersect, so I know how far to pull it over. And I'm going to select the window, and I'm going to select the scale tool. To do this, I'm going to pull the window over, and I'm going to use inferencing and snap up to that top guideline so that I know that the width is correct. And then I'm going to make the height of the window, which in this case is going to be 5 feet. Now I'm going to set my height. I'm going to zoom in with the measuring tape tool. I'm going to zoom out so I can see more, and I'm going to type in 5 feet. Because this window is 5 feet tall. It's selected already, so I'm going to use the scale tool. Now I'm going to pull this window up, and I'm going to kind of pull over and use the inferencing so that this window is at 5 feet. What we can do is we can double check these measurements by using the dimension tool and clicking on one corner and clicking on the other corner and pulling up. So there's the 3 feet. And now I'm going to check my height, and that's 5 feet. So that one works out okay. So now I need to fix this window because it's a little bit off. I'm going to need to know the exact sizes because I'm going to be pushing and pulling the spaces that these windows are going to go in. So I need to make sure that that dimension is different. So I'm going to come in here with my measuring tool, and I'm going to pull up 1/2 of an inch because I want to make that shorter. And now I'm going to select it, and I'm going to use the scale tool again. And this time I'm going to look for this middle handle, which you can't really see but is there. And I'm going to use the inferencing again. I'm pulling over to that guideline, and now you can see in the measurement that it says 1 foot 6 inches. So the first thing we're going to do with our model before we put our windows in is we're going to make the holes for the window, just like we did in the interior design project. To start, because we're building on a foot-high pad or with a foot-high foundation, I'm going to pull a guideline up that goes 1 foot. And I'm going to click enter. And this is going to give me the guide on where I'm going to place or where my bottom sill is going to be, because later I'm going to go in and I'm going to pull the floor up. Now I have to place the windows, and while we're at it, we might as well do the front door because that's going to give us a good area to kind of start with. I'm going to go around and I'm going to pull up this area that's going to kind of give me a guide on where that floor is going to be. And I'm going to use inferencing to do that. I'm going to make sure that I'm inferencing right there to the corner. And I'm going to do another one here, and I'm just going to slide over. So the bottom of my door is going to go right here at the top of that guideline that I just built. Now I'm going to just double check the measurement on my door, and I'm going to see how tall it is. It's 7 feet. I'm hitting the escape key to get out of the measurement tool, and it's 3 feet wide. I know that I'm going to need 7 feet from this point high so that I can make that hole and it will fit. So I'm going to take my guideline tool again. I'm going to pull it up 7 feet. And now I'm going to take my pencil tool and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to draw a line going from the intersection of where the guideline is and this line. I'm going to click, drag across, letting it snap to the green axis. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to push and pull that in. Our walls are 6 inches thick, so I'm going to type in 6 inches, and I'm going to hit enter. And if for some reason it doesn't work, you can go in and select it and click delete. And later you're going to come through and you're going to want to make sure that you erase these lines so that everything is accurate. And you can just come in here and get rid of those lines. And you want to make sure that you have everything there. And so we're going to click that, and that looks good. You'll notice that the white, when I did that, I did not reverse the face. So I'm going to click this and then right click, and I'm going to say reverse faces so that it goes back to the gray. Because remember, I only reversed the face so that I could remember where the window went. So now I can put my door in, and I'm going to just move that into place. Remember, you're going to, whoop. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you don't have that face selected, and you want to make sure that you have your move tool, and there is the door. Later on, I'm going to be bringing the deck up so that it meets here, and I'm also going to be bringing the floor up in here, but I'm going to go around and make all my windows. I put the door in, and you might have seen already that I made a slider that's going to go in here and here, and there's another window that's going to go in this top part, and it's only 1.5 feet. So I need to establish where the heights of my windows are going to be. And I have one window that's 8 feet tall. So I think I'm going to start my lines for all the heights of my windows at 8 feet so that they all go from that 8-foot mark down. So I'm going to go around now, and I'm going to put in a guideline for 8 feet from where the foundation starts. So I'm going to go all the way down, use inferencing. I want to make sure that that is lined up. I'm going to make it so that the top of my 3-foot wide by 1.5 foot window fits right in here. So I'm going to pull a guideline from the top, and I'm going to bring that down 1 foot 6 inches.